สวัสดีครับพิพัฒน์วงศ์วิวัฒน์นะครับ Hi everyone พิพัฒน์วงศ์วิวัฒน์ from Thailand TGIF today is Friday I'm gonna tell you about one true story of Thai great person who was born in King Rama the fifth reign over century ago. His name is Sor Setabutra. Sor Setabutra's story is so amazing and empowering. Even Thai people of my generations forgot who is Sor Setabutra and forget about young generation. Very few know about him. What I'm telling you is in brief of his story and why I mention him as a great man, because he is one who got involved to Thailand education, in particular English acquisition. He brought a book called Dictionary, a book of 4,000 pages. You might think that is normal, that is something normal. Yes, you might be right. Listen to the story I'm gonna tell you. The story is outstanding because this dictionary was written in analog age, in primitive day, in primitive age, without technology, even printing technology. And what makes this story unique is the dictionary was written in jail, in prison. The story begins 100 years ago and telling about the born, the origin of Sor Setabutra. Sor is his name, Setabutra is family name. He was born in middle class family of Thai. His dad was someone who have a creative idea. His dad is one who was good at mechanic things. He invented so many new, so many innovative things. He invented movie projector. He went to every provinces in Thailand by his steam engine ship, carry movie projector and made living by this business. He traveled along the river up north of Thailand and stopped it everywhere. And with the mobile theaters. And unfortunately, he died of malaria when he was still young. That's make Sor Setabutra's mom became a widow. And at that time, Sor Setabutra was a high school student when his dad died of malaria. Sor Setabutra was a genius student, wise student with good brain. He got very good score in examination. A high school is Suan Gulab Vidyalai. At that time is not so many schools in Thailand, and most of the teachers were from England. Sor Setabutra, he was a wise student. Because of his father's death, he would like to support his family. Because he is the eldest son of family, she couldn't let her mom make living alone. It's too burden for a woman. So he decided to resign from school to help his mom making living and support his younger brothers and sisters as the eldest son in the family. He went to his teachers and told them about his decision. As Sor Setabutra was a genius student, teacher didn't allow him to quit his education. But what his teacher was thinking how to help Sor Setabutra to prolong, to keep on education, keep on studying, and in parallel Sor Setabutra can make living and support his family. At that time, foreign teachers would like to learn Thai language, and his teacher connected Sor Setabutra with many people who like to study Thai language. And finally, Sor Setabutra got a part-time job after school, taught foreigner teachers Thai language, and he earned good money. In Thai currency, it's about 80 Thai baht at that time. You might not imagine about the 80 Thai baht at that time, century ago. Okay, to make it clear, at that time, if you graduated from university, you got about 30 or 35 baht as a salary on full-time basis, 5 days a week. And you can imagine just a part-time job Sor Setabutra earn is almost triple of people who had university degree. Amazing. And as he was a genius student, he was assigned to look after of the library in school. The time was his good opportunity to get close with knowledge. He enjoyed reading hundreds of books of all areas. He was a real warm book. He read every kind of book in library. And as a teacher, when he was 15, he's supposed to study in deep in Thai language, grammar, and rules to get ready to teach foreigner in the proper way of a Thai language. That is the brute that is like a asset of Sor Setabutra. He's good at both English language and Thai language. As a teacher and as a student, learning English from foreign teacher, as a teacher, teaching Thai to foreign teachers. And when he was grade 12, he sat in examinations for King's Scholarship. For the first time, unfortunately, he got the third rank. He is a second runner-up. He missed the chance because the scholarship offered to the first top of nation. He's the second runner-up. That is the first year. And when he studied in the last years at 12th grade in Suan Gulab Vithiyalai, again he sat in examination for King's Scholarship. Unfortunately, on the day, he got serious illness, sick. That is his destiny. But it exceeds his expectation. He got the first runner-up for second examination. But because of his body, his physical, he is very skinny and very small. Even he passed the examination, but he did not pass the physical examination because the doctor, after diagnosis, and the doctor said that he's not strong. He wasn't in good health to live in cold countries. So doctor convinced him to give up, to cancel about his scholarship. And on the third time, again, after examination for King's Scholarship, he got first runner-up again. And luckily, the doctor support him this time, saying he got ready to study abroad. And his experience abroad started since then. At that time, in our countries, if you like to go to England, there were two options. First, you can fly by propeller plane. It takes about 2 days from Bangkok to England. Because plane cannot fly directly, non-stoply, because of the technology. You have to stop somewhere on transit, and before flying to England. I think most of people would decided to fly to England because it is only 2 days. But you know what happens to Sor Setabutra? He thought totally different from others. He went to the officer, telling him that he rather go to England by ship, because she would like to make sure that he can understand more about culture, about English, that traveling by ship would give him opportunity to stay with foreigners in the ship at least 45 days before he arrived Manchester, England. And finally, he left Bangkok. His mom saw her off at the harbor in Bangkok after saying goodbye. He spent 45 days on board, and he told many stories happened, his adventures, 45 days. And once he arrived England, he told the stories in his 3 books. He wrote letters after graduation telling about the everything along throughout his journeys and 3 years in England. The first book is all about event happened first year, and the second book, second year, and the third years before coming back to his motherland. The book tells a lot of about the culture in England, telling about variety of experiences he faced and what is communicative problems while he spent his very first day in England and its improvement after a year, 2 years. That is a book he wrote at that time. And when he came back to Thailand, he started his career in Department of Mind, a resource, some natural resources, something. And after 6 months in the department, he was requested by the king, Rama the Seventh, because his competency in English, writing, speaking, and all skills, 4 skills, the best in Thailand. So the king assigned him to work for king department, king office, to help all about the documentary, minute of meeting, and everything, because our king would like to get him write stories to promote Thailand to a foreign country. He's the right man. He was a right man at that time. And when he was 29, at that time we are in our countries, we're gonna change our politic system from monarchy to democracy, and there were a power play among many sides. And Sor Setabutra, he decided to join one side that later on was defeated by the government troops, and he was defeated, and he turned to rebel. Yeah, it's a rebellion. And after that, he was sentenced to jail, lifetime. And what he was so worried about is about his mom, because he was sentenced to jail, and how he can support his family, because he is one who like a money maker in the family, help supporting his brothers, younger brothers and sisters. So at the time, he thought if he can do something that can earn money and help supporting his mom, because he was intellectual, he's good at English and many area of disciplines. And in our country at that time, there are 2 books that was popular in Thai society, is about the cuisine, food cuisine book. And at that time in our country, they were not dictionary. And eventually he decided to write dictionary. and now. It's come to the point. If you were him, zero freedom, sentenced to jail, lifetime. I think most of people, they probably would say certainly felt down and out and gave up or bow down to the destiny, the fate. But the point is, Sor Setabutra, he thought different in positive way. He said that's great because from then on he would have plenty of times, lifetimes, to create something great for Thailand. And in parallel, he can earn money from his work. He called his work as a work of life. And his inspiration is okay because he was king scholar. It didn't matter he worked for government office or as a prisoner in confined space in a cell, in jail. He can do anything he loved to do. And his incredible mission started since then. And what I would like to pinpoint is, imagine to write a dictionary might be impossible. Even you create that outside prison. How to collect the materials or informations for your dictionary. That's very hard job. But for Sor Setabutra, it's a double, triple, because you have to do such a thing in confined space without any freedom, and is in a restricted area. Because in the jail, stationery, any kind of the pencil is the sharp things not allowed to bring in. And how to get the information for your dictionary writing, that is something incredible. It is it's a tag team. It is a connection between his mom who tried to search and get the materials and brought it to him in the prison. And he was sentenced in a jail in Bangkok for 5 years. And his colleague who were rebel are all well educated, graduated from European countries, England, France, and all of the top management of the department, the government body at that time. It is a political reason, political prisoner. All is well educated and used to be white collar. That is a teamwork. 5 years, starting in orderly manners from A, B, C, and dictionary wasn't finished only one time. When he finished the first alphabet A, it is sent to publishing company for publishing, and B, C, D. And after 5 years, government didn't trust for national security reasons. I think this group of the people still have the great influence to the people. So government decided to exile this group of the prisoner to a remote island down south of Thailand. It is a big and virgin island in the middle of the Blue Sea. It's about the if you take cruise, it's about 1 hour by speedboat, modern speedboat. It's about 1 hour far away from mainland in Stun province, and it is remote island. And Sor Setabutra and his friend was exiled to the place. Yes, it is a political reason. It was getting worse for the team producing dictionary that is not yet complete. It is so many remain. All of them live in the remote island called Tarutau. Now it's a national park. For 6 months before they were released and got freedom. That's been 5 years in suburb of Bangkok jail, and another 6 in the remote islands in middle of the deep blue sea down south of Thailand. And once Sor Setabutra kept writing dictionary up to alphabet G, he got a chance to escape with his friend. That was very hard time for him for decision making. It's about if he would carry on his dictionary writing or escape with his friend. That was a hard time for him to make this important decision. And after thinking several days, and finally he decided to stay and kept working on his dictionary, because he tried to balancing, and it is so many years that he was sacrificing on his work of life, and he never gave up. And finally he finished just a few months before getting freedom this 4,000 pages dictionary, English to Thai. And that is the story of Sor Setabutra, about his work of life. Is so-called his masterpiece of perfection, and his dictionary was the first dictionary ever in Thailand, and Thai people get the benefit from his work of life and Thai people consult his dictionary for the education, for their knowledge expansion. That is wonderful. And the point I would like to share this story to all of you today is you never thought about this tough situation of a man, and he showed strong passion, compassion, and sacrifice himself in the situations that not suitable for doing something like dictionary writing, but finally he did with the passion. He never give up, he never bow down to his fate, even he was sentenced to death, to jail, lifetime. The time he didn't know on day one. It's about the 11th day. It is lifetime that most of people maybe accepted the fate and did not think. I think his story will empower everyone who are listening to be think positive way and never give up. And after Sor Setabutra, he was free and he joined the political as his member of parliament. He joined in general election campaign, and finally he won and become a member of parliament of one province outskirts of Bangkok, and later on he took a position of the Minister of Agriculture and Cooperative, and he was a co-investor of the one biggest Thai brewery industry. He ran his own publishing company, producing many printed materials, newspaper, magazines, both in Thai and English, sometimes bilingual. His life is what I keep reading and take it as something empowering story. Sometimes when I felt down and out, I become upset, I felt depressed, and when I think of Sor Setabutra's story, that is something very empowering to my life, and I stand up and start walking and walking again. And today I would like to share this in English. Even my explanation probably not so clear and cover the whole story of him, but I try my best to tell the key point and what a human being did 100 of years ago. He is Sor Setabutra, the great man, the great Thai man who never bow down to his fate. Thank you very much. พิพัฒน์ วงศ์วิวัฒน์ from Thailand สวัสดีครับ